the DGP of Uttar Pradesh, Vijay Kumar, has issued a directive for police officers across the state, asking them to use the Hindu calendar, or Panchang as it is called, to determine the period during which a crime is expected to rise and, well, increase the vigil accordingly. The circular says more incidents happen at the night 1 week before and after the new moon date of the Hindu calendar. Of course, the Hindu calendar is a lunar calendar. Now, this analysis should be done every month at the level of senior police officers as per this directive, and a copy of the Panchang should also be issued a week before and after the date of the amavasya. Night patrolling is something that should also be carried out, is what the circular has said. Well, the top cop himself breaks it down as to why this directive has been issued.
तो आइए हम लोग ये इस बात को डिस्कस करते हैं कि कैसे हमें पुलिसिंग, चंद्रमा के जो कलाएं हैं उसके आधार पर कैसे पुलिसिंग की जाती है, और उनको चंद्रमा की कलाओं को जानने के लिए सबसे आसान तरीका है कि जो हिंदू पंचांग है उसके हिसाब से हम अपने पुलिस की गतिविधियों को संचालित करते हैं। और पब्लिक के लोगों को ये जानना इसलिए आवश्यक है कि उनको ताकि पता रहे कि किस समय अपराधी अपनी गतिविधियां कारित करते हैं, और इसी को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं हम इस चार्ट के माध्यम से, जिसमें कितने बजे किस तारीख को किस तिथि को चंद्रमा कितने बजे उगता है, कैसे वो कितने बजे अस्त होता है, और रात कैसे अंधेरी, पूरी अंधेरी होती है, आंशिक रूप से अंधेरी होती है, और कैसे वो बिल्कुल गुप्त अंधेरा हो जाता है रात में। उसी हिसाब से आप पब्लिक को भी जानना चाहिए ताकि वो सतर्क रहे, और पुलिस को इसलिए जानना चाहिए कि पुलिस को उस समय अपनी गतिविधियां मैक्सिमम करना चाहिए।
And well, to try and understand what this could mean and why this directive has been issued at all, joining me on the show tonight, OP Singh, the former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. So many thanks for speaking with us. What's your first reaction to this directive? Many have found it logical, many say it's ludicrous.
I would call it both logical as well as slightly, departure from the previous position. As a police officer, we have always analyzed the crime and crime patterns and the behavior of the criminals, which makes us possible for, objectively determine the nature of criminal activities in our jurisdictions and to develop some kind of strategy. This could be in form of patrolling by the constables or identifying the hotspots, or it could be going for cluster policing. So it's nothing new. In fact, as a police officer, all the districts, the superintendent of police or the SHO at the police station, they go for such analysis of the crime pattern. Today, we are depending mainly on artificial intelligence, GPS system, or predictive policing, or even evidence-based policing. Right. We have the data analytics or video analytics. But this is something, age-old practice, that depending on the position of the moon, it has been studied that crime do really takes place, and that's something which we have seen that during amavasya, when you have darkness, the activities could increase. So all that perhaps he wanted to mean. That's an interesting
point you're making, and when you have this discussion with other former top police officials, they'll all say that this is an age-old practice. This is nothing new. But why spell it out is what some people might say. Given the fact that it's an age-old practice, why spell it out? Because at a time when you're looking at things like artificial intelligence and all the other measures that you listed out, some people would say that this is rather regressive to actually go out there and spell it out that we'll be using the Panchang and the Panchang will be distributed among police officials as well.
I do agree with you that there is no need for referring to any document for that. It's a common knowledge, and probably the intelligent officers at the police station level or even at the district level, they try to do such kind of analysis depending on the positions and locations of the moon. So there is nothing new in this, except that he has used this word, which is perhaps could have been avoided.
And in the circular, the DGP has also said that crime prevention is one of our top priorities, strong policing, general confidence, something that we want to build. But don't you think the focus right now should also be on overarching police reforms, like having street lights, having a stronger PCR system, having more CCTV cameras, instead of saying that this is something that's going to solve the problem of law and order?
Absolutely, there is no denying the fact that the policing has been trying to, acquire such kind of things. You have the installations of CCTV camera. You have safe city projects. In fact, UP has advanced a lot. In so many districts, we have, not only in the districts, but even at the police stations, we have installed the CCTV camera so that the interrogations or the arrests would be made much more transparent and accountable. So, in a way, you are true that the modern policing demands that reforms of this kind should be carried out.
And my last question to you, sir, what purpose does this serve as far as the people of Uttar Pradesh are concerned? Of course, you said that there's a message for police officials in this circular, but what purpose does this serve for, the Aam Janta of Uttar Pradesh? Do you think that this is going to build confidence?
Look, such kind of circulars have been issued in the past also, except that we haven't given the name as Panchang or something like that. We have always been trying to talk to the policemen that during such period when you have darkness, you increase the activity of the policemen, you go for intensive patrolling, you go for all kinds of activities which perhaps deter the criminals to take to crimes.
Right.
So this is nothing new. This is an age-old practice.
Right, Mr. Singh, thanks so much for joining us. Well, an interesting circular there and, a message for the people of Uttar Pradesh. But as we, talked about in this discussion as well, there's need for, more strong police reforms, and that is something that should be the focus at the moment. Thanks so much for joining us on the broadcast this evening.